If you think it's going to be easy, if you think you just going to get that business started without any trials or tribulations, forget about it. Don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success. All roads to success, you got to go through pain. When you travel down success, you got to go through the road of pain, baby. I told you before, if it was easy, everybody would do it. No pain, no gain. I can get through this difficulty right now, through this pain. I can. I guarantee you, if you can outlast pain, if you can get through that pain, if you can get through that discomfort, all right? If you can outlast that discomfort, I guarantee you, on the other side of it is success.
Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. As you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, you will always be in control of your destiny. And you've got to be so relentless, regardless of what comes down the pike, that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow. Train starts off slowly at first, you put a pebble under it, it will stop. But once it builds up a full speed going, it can go through a mountain. See, when the course is set, everything is in alignment. You have done what you're supposed to do. You've flipped through the hoops, you've gone through the obstacles, you've done the preparation. It's done. when the pressure within you is greater than the pressure outside of you. Many start, but few finish. And that few that finish, that just keep on there in spite of the pain, in spite of the agony, they just keep on, keep on. And once they break through that wall, now it's just automatic. It's not a question of whether or not you will do it. It's done. When the going get tough, tough get going.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work.
When crises strike in your life, and in the Chinese language, crises mean danger, but it also means opportunity. And this is an opportunity for you to grow. And you've got to be so relentless, regardless of what comes down the pike, that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow. Telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
You just begin. You do the math, you solve one problem, and you solve the next one. That's all it is.
Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. Most of us don't like to do those things that come easy to us. If you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. There's greatness in you, and you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. And since I'm going to do this, I'm going to harness my will, and I'm not going to let anything stop me. Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it? That you talk yourself out of it? Whatever it is, bring it back out there. You have the ability to do things that you can't even begin to imagine. You have talents and skills in you that you haven't even begun to reach for yet. Practice only makes improvement. You can always better your best. You have not done your best work yet. As long as you're here, you have a chance to transcend yourself. You've got to be willing to do that. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to decide to be bold. Most people go through life trying to creep. No. Trying to be casual about it. No. You go through life being casual, you'll end up a casualty. You've got to be bold in life. You've got to take life on. You don't get in life what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You get in life what you are.
Michael Jordan, he had the most points in the game. But if you paid close attention, the guy that was in second place might have averaged 30 points. But because Michael Jordan scored 32, he made millions more than everybody else because he was the top as it relates to scoring. He was known around the world. Why? Because he sacrificed enough to get those 1 or 2 shots. And I'm telling you, you're not where you want to be financially. You are not where you want to be in your personal life. You are not the person you want to be. And it's not going to take you 20 shots. For some of you, it's 1 more shot. And you have not given yourself enough credit to say, I just need to get up a half hour earlier and my whole life will change. I just need to work 1 hour longer. I need to stop hitting that snooze button. If you were to make that one change, that one sacrifice, you would stop dreaming and start living.
Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your ideas, your thoughts, everything that you ever dreamed and imagined is trash without action. Tomorrow is where the lazy get up and put into action, but nobody in this room is lazy. One of the most expensive things that you will ever experience in your lifetime is a missed opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today.
The greatest opportunity in the world is found in today. Tomorrow, too far away. What about right now? What about right now?
You have an opportunity right now that you'll never have. You better not lose this. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Your grandma counting on you to do the right thing. Your mama counting on you. Your cousins, your brothers and sisters are counting on you to cash in on this opportunity.
Today is all that matters.
When you love it, that love will help you bridge a lot of challenges. It will help you handle many obstacles. That kind of love that you have within yourself, and it will drive you. It will keep you going. Folks will look at you in total amazement, saying, how could she do that? Where does the energy come from? That when you get going, when you get rolling, when you can start coming at it again and again and again, when you feel sometimes that there's just no way there, and that you wonder where you will get the strength from. You want to give up, you want to fall down, you want to turn around and run with everybody else. You're going to question yourself. You're going to say, is this really making much sense? That's all going to happen to me. But my life is worth whatever I have to do to come back again.
Let me tell you something. If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do. Whatever legacy you're gonna leave your legacy. And it's found through effort. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen. But effort, nobody can judge effort. Because effort is between you and you. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now, because I'm pissed off for greatness. Because if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you okay with being mediocre. There ain't no man in here okay with being just basic.
Right on.
is between you and you. Nobody else can give you effort.
It's on you. That as you look out where you want to go, it's on you to decide to move you from there.
The only thing keeping you from getting it is you. Your success is directly related to your effort.
Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can do it. It's about understanding I'm gonna make the play or I'm gonna watch the play be made. It's simple. Fight your fight.
You need to know that there is nothing that you want to do that you can't get. There is nothing that you want to do that you can't achieve.
1 in 6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1 in 6. Give everything you got today, not because of the scoreboard.
Do all that you can this day. Give it all. Spend yourself. If you could do more sprints, do more sprints. But when it's done, it's done. If you can't get up out of bed, that means that there's nothing in your life that is so important that you can't just get your ass up out of bed. You have nothing to live for, quite frankly. Because when you are moving towards something that's important to you, when you've got a big vision, you don't want to sit down. You can't rest. Every single waking moment of your day is dedicated to moving forward, and sleep is a waste of fucking time, right? And physiologically, of course, Elliot Hulse would say, well, you need sleep, it supports your hormones. But what I'm saying is that your vision, your mission, your goal, the bigger picture, how you're going to support other people, what you're going to build, create, and offer to the world means far more than a few extra hours of sleep. You know, it doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter if you're tired, it doesn't matter if you're overwhelmed. You find out a fucking way to overcome that challenge of your feelings, and you make that shit happen. You understand?
If it's hard, why do people do it? People who climb mountains just for the sake of it. Nobody paying them to do it, just do it. Somebody said, I'm going to run around the world. You said, well, why would somebody want to do that? I'm going to swim the Atlantic Channel. Why? It's got to be your passion. You got to love it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it. It's got to be what you are supposed to do. You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. You got to be willing to form and develop new relationships. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right. And it's worth it.
There's some games you don't get to play unless you're all in. And the other thing that's so interesting about being alive is that you're all in. No matter what you do, you're all in. This is going to kill you. So I think you might as well play the most magnificent game you can while you're waiting. Because do you have anything better to do? Really? Why not pick the best thing possible that you can do?
Why not see how many books you can read, how many classes you can take, how many skills you can develop? Why not see what you can make of yourself? Why not see how far you can go, how much you can see, how much you can earn, how much you can share? Why not? You've got the brains, you've got the stamina, you've got the vitality, you've got the interest, you've got your life ahead of you, you've got the future. You can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. If one of us can do it, hey, we all can do it. Why not?
You need to stop focusing on your haters because you don't need that as inspiration. There are too many people that believe in you and they're waiting for you to do what you said you're going to do, and so you can focus on them. You don't need haters for inspiration. You need to look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself that before me, there were none like me, and after me, there will be no more. I am not one in a million. I'm not one in a billion. I am one in history. That makes me nature's greatest miracle. Nobody else has ever walked this planet quite like me, and nobody else will after I'm dead and gone. But what will be the legacy that I use? That's what you need to use as inspiration. Nobody can do what you do the way you do it. Nobody has your swag, and that makes you unique and rare. And in all rarity, there is value, which means you are valuable. You are nature's greatest miracle, and that's all the inspiration that you need.
Always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. Doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. If you begin to look toward making your life different, if you begin to look at yourself, you've got to redefine yourself. Who are you right now? And who must you become in order to create what you want? What has to change about you?
When something happens in your life, if all you're doing it for is a car and a house, that can stop you. But if you're doing it for your mom, for your siblings, for your family, for your community, nothing can stop you. You cannot be broken. When you have an intrinsic goal, when you're doing it because you value it, when you're doing it because it represents who you are, when it's internal, nothing can stop you. No mountain, no trial, no tribulation. Nothing can stop you when it's deeper than just money and stuff. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. The Bible says he was in a pig pit, and he came to himself, and he went home. Get your butt up. You are a royal priesthood. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live.
Where have you been? Why are you here? And where are you going? You look at your life. You look at what you produce. Is it giving you what you want? Are you living on purpose? Are you living your dream? Are you acting on your ideas? Are you doing all you can do? Have you gotten comfortable? Are you procrastinating? Are you evading your own greatness? Are you surrounding yourself with people that can nourish you? Are you challenging yourself? Are you experimenting? Are you learning something different? Is your life an adventure, or is it boring? Where have you been? Why are you here? What brought you here? And where are you going? What is it that you can get out of this lecture? That when you leave here, that you got some idea, some dream, that you might have to go back and brush it off and look at it again and say, I've got to do this. This is my stuff. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I showed up. Where are you going with your life?
I had two choices. I was going to sit in that failure and give up, or I was going to make a decision to step out of the darkness.
You can decide that you're going to stand up to life.
Get up. Get up. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. Every time I get knocked down, I will get back up. And I will succeed.
It's going to be hard. Easy is not an option. And if it's hard, we will do it hard. Whatever is required.
Whatever you gotta do, you do it. I will not surrender.
I'm unstoppable.
There's nothing I can't achieve. Don't stop fighting. You have everything you need inside of you.
You are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You determine that. Working on yourself, talking to yourself. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, every day, every day, according to your level of belief. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
Listen to me very closely. You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down, but I'm going to tell you something. Life's going to hit you in your mouth, and you got to do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown.
Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope, and you got to do me a favor. Like, you can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back.
He said, I know you knocked out 30 other people before me, but I won't be the 31st. You got to tell life, I don't know who you've been dealing with, but you ain't dealt with me. You got to tell bankruptcy. You gotta tell divorce. You gotta tell sickness. I don't know who you've been dealing with. But you come up against the wrong one this time.
You must have faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Judge not according to appearances. What you're going through, if you're going through some hard times, it has not come to stay, it has come to pass. It's all right. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. You must have patience and engage in consistent action. It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again until you make it happen, because you know that it's possible. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it. Compelling reasons. While you're here, when you decide to live like a conqueror, what is it that can keep you on the straight and narrow? What are the reasons? Write down 5 compelling reasons of why you're going to keep your commitment to change your life. Keep your commitment never to go back to the life that you once lived. Keep your commitment to creating wealth for yourself, to taking care of your children, to be more responsible, to keep your commitment to be a conqueror and to act like it and to have authority and dominion of everything in your life. If life knocked you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Your reasons will help you to get back up again. They'll be your rod and staff to comfort you. Take responsibility for your life.
Taking this ghastly risk is the condition of their being life. You see, for all, life is an act of faith and an act of gamble, because you don't really know that the floor is not going to give under your feet. The moment you take a step, what an act of faith. The moment you take a journey, what an act of faith.
The willingness to fail, the willingness to try, to experiment, the willingness to take some chances. What's the first thing they say when you get on an airplane before they take off? Fasten your seatbelt. Why? Because you will experience some turbulence before you reach a comfortable altitude. You've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm going to turn this situation around. I'm not going to sit back and moan and cry over what happened and what went wrong and who did what. I'm going to do something about this situation.
Rise above your circumstances. Rise above what happens. The discouraging things that would sink everyone else's ship except yours. That would cause someone else to quit early in the day, but you keep going. If you're willing to be the best in your field, if you're willing to demand of yourself excellence in skill, to be the best that you can possibly be, in the training, do the best you possibly can. Life was designed not to give us what we want, not to give us what we need, but life was designed to give us what we deserve. Every value in life must be paid for, and those that pay are the ones that get it. Those that give receive. Self-confidence. Willingness to do whatever it takes to achieve. Some people say, well, I'll do it for a little while and see what happens. You know, I'll try a couple of things. If that doesn't work, I'm out of here. And all of us know that that kind of person doesn't have much of a future. But if you're willing to do whatever it takes. If I have to learn a couple of things, I will learn those things. If I got to learn 5 or 6 things, I'll learn all 6. If I have to take an extra class, I'll take an extra class. If I have to read the books, I'll read the books. Whatever it takes, I will do. That kind of willingness to overcome all circumstances, whether it's the little challenges or the big challenges. If you're willing to do that, I promise you, that starts to develop unbelievable self-confidence.
Everybody can stand up and do good when everything is all good. But everybody can't face opposition, adversity, and say, I've been waiting on you to come, I'm gonna embrace you, and I'm gonna figure out a way to use you because you will never turn me into a different person that people don't recognize before the adversity. So when we hit things that brings us a certain level of discomfort and that hurts us, we have to figure out, how can I use it? You see, my football career ended, but my reason for why I lived my life, it never did. I just had a paralyzed right arm and hand. My mentality wasn't paralyzed. My spirit, my drive, my commitment, the opposition that life sent to break me, I wear it as a badge of honor. I just had an extra boost of energy for why I live my life. It's all about perspective. It's never about what we go through. It's how we view what we go through. But every single day, I'm blessed to be above ground. I'm gonna make my time count, and I'm gonna give something valuable back to life.
If you keep doing things the way you've always done them, you'll keep getting what you've always got. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, looking for different results.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
I don't care where you come from, you find a way to get there. You use everything you have. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. You gotta have heart. You can't do it coming up with excuses. You play like you got heart. Play big. We believe that you're capable, that you're able, but we need leaders now, no more followers. You can have whatever you want, you can be what you want, you can do what you want, but you can't do it making excuses.
Some of y'all thought for real. You still on feelings. When you feel like doing it, you do it. When you don't feel like doing it, you don't. And so for you, it's a feeling, right? It's a feeling. For the greats, it's a mentality. It's a way of life. You gotta live this. You gotta eat this. You got every single thing you do. It's got to possess everything you do. It's got to own you. When mentally you want it, in your spirit, in your soul, when you want it, it will happen. You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see. I don't want to see what I think I can do. I don't want to see what I think is possible. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost. And if I was willing to go further than anybody else was willing to do. If I had the mentality that you gotta want it. You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. And I woke up and here I am. This ain't no gimmick. You can have it. You can be it. You can do it.
Winter time. There's all kinds of winters. The winter when you can't figure it out, the winter when it all goes wrong. The down time, the discouraging time, when your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces. The nights are unusually long. Now the question is, what do you do about the winters? Here's what you can do. Get stronger. If you're willing to do the push-ups, you can get stronger. If you're willing to put yourself through the paces, you can get stronger. Start practicing, practicing, practicing. Can you get stronger in handling life situations? Of course. But you got to go to work on yourself. You can't blame out there wishing it was easier. Wish you were stronger. Don't wish away the winters. That's called naive. Get stronger.
Most people don't have vision, ladies and gentlemen. See, you've got to have that kind of faith and that kind of vision to know it's there as you're working diligently every day, every day. Things aren't working out right. It's okay. You just keep right on coming back. Keep right on. People looking at you and saying, hey, why don't you stop? Why don't you try something else? You got to stick to your stuff because people will convince you to give up on what you want to do. You'll convince yourself because it doesn't happen right now. Take a stand, anybody. It takes courage to live, ladies and gentlemen. You got to hang on in there and know that as you have patience, as you continue to plan your work and work your plan, plan your work and work your plan, and don't even look up. And let me tell you what happens. You'll have a major breakthrough, and things begin to happen for you. And that's how you've got to look at your dream, that you're going to get to it.
No matter what you might be going through, don't quit. No matter what you're going through, don't quit. The secret is in not giving up. All the greats, they didn't quit. What they had was resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back. No matter how impossible your situation may seem, stay on course. Stay on course. I guarantee you cannot pass it if you quit. I guarantee you're going to fail, but you don't know what's going to happen if you keep going.
There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back. Who can guarantee that you can't make it? That you can't have your dream? No one can do that. No one can predict that. You don't know what the possibilities are for your life. All we need to do is we look at our dreams as we get ready to hit the floor. I'm blessed and highly favored.
The first level to success in life, the very first level is you seeing it. Like it's clear to you. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly when you want it. You know exactly what it tastes like. You know what it looked like. Before you really blow up, and you get success, you literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. What does your dream look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? The problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. I don't owe you a dime. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind. I ain't putting my dream on nobody else, and I don't care what nobody think about my doggone dream. This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today.
As we begin to look at what we want, as we begin to look toward the future, what's going to be crucial for you is every time you find yourself saying that you can't do something, you've got to affirm to yourself, hey, no, I can make it. This can happen for me. You've got powers within you, talents within you that you haven't even reached for yet. Now, whatever goal you have, here's what we know. You're going to have some opposition. You're going to have some difficulties. You're going to have some challenges. Long journey, long dark night. But when you hold on to your dream, don't let anybody kill it in you. Just hold on to that dream. When it doesn't make sense to anybody, including you sometimes, just hold on. Once you give yourself an opportunity to try and to stretch, you'll find out you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine.
Why? Why work that hard? Why put yourself through the push-ups and the disciplines? Why? Good question, why? Best answer to why, I think? Why not? Why not see what you can make of yourself? Why not see how far you can go? Why not? And my third question is, why not you? There isn't anything you can't accomplish. Why not you? You've got the brains, you've got the stamina, you've got the vitality. If anybody can do it, you can do it. If one of us can do it, hey, we all can do it. And now here's my last question. Why not now? This is a good time to set your goals, work on yourself, work on your skills. What a good time to get it together. What a good time to start this process. Personal development, growing, changing, developing. Why not now?
You cannot let a fear of failure or a fear of comparison or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. You must go out and you must take these risks. None of it comes easy. Be willing to fail. Fail, pick yourself up, and fail again. Because without this struggle, what is your success anyway? Look, as best we know it, we have one life. In it, you have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, and through this you will find your way. Just don't let fear stop you. Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived.
Everybody's not willing to face rejection. Everybody won't take the controversy. Everybody won't take the heat. Everybody won't hold themselves to a higher standard. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage. This is an opportunity for you to grow. You've got to be so relentless. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up! And I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness.
It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? You can decide that you're going to stand up to life. It's possible. In spite of the fact that things aren't working out right now, in spite of the fact that I don't have all the things I need, I don't have the help and the assistance I need, it's still possible that I'm still in the game, I'm still breathing, I still have life, that no one has the right to count you out, to disregard your presence. No one has the right to do that. You want to give yourself a fighting chance where we have unending hope that we begin to align ourselves with the highest that's within us. You take yourself out of the ring, you never have a chance to know whether or not you could have made it happen. But if you could stay in there, and what can keep you in there? What can get you up off the canvas? As long as I'm in the ring, I've got an opportunity to pull it off.
Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. And what you have to understand is, I do what beasts do. And you cannot just say you want it. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes up, you got all the books, you got all the tapes, you got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. And what separates you from everybody else is that when it's time to hunt, you're ready to hunt. A true hunter hunts. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't hunt from 8 to 3. Why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one.
Everybody talks about being successful, but not everybody's willing to do what it takes to be successful. Everybody wants to hold the trophy up at the end of the game, but not everybody wants to put in the work to be a champion. Success is earned, it's not given. And it's a place where only the strong survive. And if you want to be successful, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You have to have the courage to fight through the darkness just to get to the light. You have to have the will to crawl when you can't walk, and the patience to walk when you can't yet run. When you want to be successful, you have to be willing to go through hell and high water to make your dreams come true. And I promise you, when you have that mindset, I don't care what's put in front of you, nothing will stop you.
I want this dream if it's convenient, if I don't have any hassle, if everything's all together, if I don't have any opposition, if nobody works against me, if nobody tells me no. I'd like to have that dream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not that kind of party. Say it's possible. Don't let nobody turn you around. Don't let circumstances turn you around. Don't let hard times turn you around. Whatever you're experiencing, you know that this too shall pass. That you have the capacity and the ability to make it happen. Why? You got a sense of entitlement. I'm blessed and highly favored. I deserve this, and whatever I have to do in order to make it happen, I'm willing to step up and to face life and grab it in a collar and say, give it up, because it's mine.
You need to say to yourself, my fear is no longer going to stop me. I will die trying. I will not be stopped before I try. That will not be my reality anymore. I will not allow myself to fail when I'm not even put forth effort. I will die trying. Every time I get on the stage, I'm thinking to myself, E.T., when you get up, you're only as great as your last word. For some of you, when you do what you do, you act as if you have another opportunity. I'm wired differently. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity, I have to reprove myself again. Every opportunity, I'm still nervous. E.T., you've been doing this for years. Why are you so nervous? Because the day you become content is the day you stop evaluating yourself. The day you stop growing. The day you stop getting better is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you.
We're taught in football to fight from the first whistle to the last whistle. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter how much pain you're in. And it doesn't matter what that scoreboard says. You give it everything you got. And I know I've been through a lot in my life. Things that most people would give up going through. But as long as I have breath in my lungs, I'm gonna fight for the life I deserve and for the life that my family deserves. And I challenge you, whatever you're going through, it doesn't matter what you're going through, to leave it all out on the field and to fight for 4 quarters. Because as long as there's time left on that clock, you're still in the game. So never give up.
Next Exercise your willpower to change direction. Set some higher goals. Reach for some higher purpose. Go for something beyond what you thought you could do. Face all your fears. That's how you conquer them. So here's what I'm afraid of. I wonder what I could do to change that. Pick a new destination and start going that way. Now you can change one little degree at a time, or if you want to, you can revolutionize the whole thing. Who says you couldn't revolutionize the whole thing in a week's time and start a brand new direction that will most assuredly help you arrive in a brand new place a year from now, 3 years from now? No telling 5 years from now where you could arrive. Use your willpower to start the process. Anybody can change. You don't have to repeat last year. Clean up the errors. Invest it now in the next year. Watch it make the difference.
Every time a trial or tribulation comes, you fold, you give up. Every time somebody calls you and tells you you can't do it, you take it personal. Every time somebody tells you you don't have what it takes, you embrace it. And now you gotta stand up to it. You will not quit in the universe. You will keep going in your business. You may lose, but you will not stop. You will not quit. You will keep going. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You cannot stop. You cannot quit. I will not accept it. Stop accepting everything. Stop letting people tell you what you can and cannot do. I will not accept it. I will not accept it. I will get 120. I will get better. I will get degrees. I will get training. I'll do whatever it takes. And you will not be defeated. We will beat this. We will not break. We will not retreat. We will not give up. We will activate our greatness.
I'm not average. I'm not good. I'm great at what I do. You have to pay me because I'm great. And if you don't want to pay for great, just go pay for good. There's certain allowances I don't make. There's certain things I don't compromise. I gotta come in here and give y'all 120. I don't care what I've been through personally. I don't care what my wife has gone through. I don't care nothing about her sickness. I don't care about family members die. I still gotta perform. I can't let that bother me. I can't let that hurt me. I still gotta do what I do. So you gotta execute. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Give 140. I don't know, but I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste.
Life's this game of inches. The margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second.
If you were humble enough, if you were hungry enough, if you really wanted what you said, you'd sit down and you'd study what you do, and you'd say that I have not exhausted all my time. I have not exhausted all my resources. I can do this better.
It's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life in it, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is.
Commit means to carry into action deliberately. Commit means to make it happen no matter what. See, when you make a commitment, I'm going to become wealthy. When you make it important, when you decide I'm going to do it no matter what, life changes for you. Make it okay to fail. 85% of people allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing right, as we have been taught, if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, it's worth doing badly until you get it right. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great.
I found out out that most people will never catch me because the reason why they do what they do is not deep enough. A strong tree is not strong because it's a tree. A strong tree is strong because of its roots. The reason why you pushing the snooze button, the reason why you still going to work tripping, the reason why you ain't blow up is because you still on 70%. You want to know why the world's passing you up? You coming and you don't want to be there. You're not bringing the fire. You're not bringing the heat. And the reason why you're not bringing it because you're thinking about you.
It's my journey. Nobody decides what I make. Nobody decides how I live. Nobody decides my life. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. It's my journey. And I decided this is your journey. You're not a victim. This is your journey. It can end the way you want it to end. But you got to grind. You got to grind like you want it. You can grind your way through it or you can grind your way through it.
Make sure something tonight ain't taking you away from this moment, man. Because that's all we got. That's what y'all don't realize most of the time. We don't get this again. We don't get this again. The car runs too fast. That's why we got to savor these moments. Because they right now. Understand that you got an opportunity in front of you right now to do something. The day you in right now. That's the most important day that's going on. It's a great day. Every day you can get up and claim it's a great day. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now!
You see people successful soaring by, and you want to soar. But you got to jump.
You gotta find something within. And when you find out what your why is,
you don't sleep day or night together.
People who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
when you find your why, you find a way to make it happen.
When you truly need something, you can find a way. And you stop at nothing to reach it.
What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. Some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. You are the one. No one can do it for you but you. And even though you will experience some setbacks, it goes with the territory. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. What if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. Life will yield to you.
Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness.
Some of the greatest things you will ever learn and some of the greatest changes in your life will be due to pain.
It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? You can decide that you're going to stand up to life.
Get up! Get up! Sometimes in life, you have to hit back.
This is our new day. It's time for us to stand.
I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me.
There are certain things that you got to go through. There's certain pitfalls that you got to fall in.
It's called a life-changing day. The day you say, enough sinners. Promise yourself you'll listen to it until it makes sense. You'll go for it until you understand it. You'll practice it until you develop the skill. Never give up until, however long that is. Step by step, piece by piece, book by book. Go for it. Don't miss the chance to grow. And resolve that you'll pay the price until you learn, change, grow, become. Walk away from the 97%. Don't use their excuses. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Develop you a whole new language. Take charge of your own life. Take charge of your own day. Change it all. Be part of the few. Then you'll discover some of life's best treasures when you pay that price.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you today. Everyone goes through shit. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone fucks up. Everyone makes mistakes. It's always up to you whether you want to be average or a fucking champion. Stop approaching life with hesitation. Break the rules, stop conforming, and show this world who the fuck you really are. If you don't believe in what you're doing and have a true passion for what you are doing with your life, pack your shit up and go the fuck home. Never let closed-minded people tell you you can't do something. Fuck them, keep grinding, and keep moving forward. All the pain I've been through pushed me to be a stronger motherfucker every single day. Do something that matters to you. Do something you love and go after it as if your life depends on it. As if you're about to take your last fucking breath. When you have an opportunity, you have to take it.
I'm not one of these fitness personalities that gets paid to work out and live a, quote, fit lifestyle. My life does not consist of eat, sleep, train, and there's no film crew following me around. I have a career that consumes the majority of my time, on top of the daily, time-consuming tasks that everyone else has. I'm a real person with a real job, real problems, real stress, and real distractions. My life is full of the same fucking excuses you have not to train or eat the way that you should. I hear it all the time. I don't know how you do the things you do and find the time to do it. 90% of the time that comes from somebody who was belly up to a fucking bar the night before. Some of you need to get your priorities in order, or stop complaining that you don't look or feel the way that you do. Or you can just talk shit about the people that are doing it to make you feel better about yourself.
And one of the most important things that I've learned along the way is the value of time.
So it's understanding what your skill set is, finding the right place to use those skills, and then going for it.
What kind of a story can you tell in 1 minute?
That ability to get myself up in the morning, no matter how tired I was, to push myself through those pain barriers.
You know, hard work pays.
Continually find more ways to use our time while trying to find more ways to save it.
You know, I have the saying, work like someone's trying to take it all away from you.
You see, you can't actually save time. You can just find different ways to spend it. So when you say you don't have time to do something, you're really saying that you're using your time for other things. One cool thing about time is that it continues on at the same pace, despite how busy we get.
Let me tell you something. If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do, to lay your foundation, to make whatever mark you're gonna make, whatever legacy you're gonna leave your legacy. And it's found through effort. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen. But effort, nobody can judge effort. Because effort is between you and you. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now!
It takes guts to believe. And if you think something's going to do it for you without you putting your guts on the line, you might as well forget it right now. You're so scared of failing
you don't even want to get your hopes up. And if you don't get your hopes up, you might say, well, what if they get their hopes up and somebody gets disappointed? How many disappointments have we experienced in our business careers and in our lives? The difference is some people take disappointment, let it destroy them. Other people take disappointment, let it drive them. And you get to choose. Are you going to turn this thing into why it didn't work and a bunch of stories and excuses, or are you going to take this thing that didn't work and figure out what are you going to do to make it work? And it may not happen the first time, the second time, the third time, but the people that are relentless find the way. What I hope is people watching the stuff, maybe something in here will piss them off enough or remind them of something or say there is a plan and it isn't just luck. And if I just get my big enough why and I keep learning and keep moving forward, I will get there.
Success, guys, is a very, very lonely road, man. Very few people are willing to endure the pain, the sacrifice, and diligence to be successful. It's an uphill battle. And along that road, you're not going to see too many friends. You're going to see your shadow most often. You got to trust in the heart of hearts. Inside what you're doing, what you believe in is a worthy cause, a winnable fight. See, the thing is, for many people, they've tried the same path you're on, and they failed. The difference between a winner and a loser, the failure's there every single time. It's just the winner gets back up and does it again, and does it again, until it goes his way. So now you're down that path and you're all alone. How do you know you're on the right path? How do you know what you're doing is in the right direction? If you're wondering if you're on the right path, look at the small things of life. What I'm saying is a character of who you are. It's not the title that makes you, it's not the success that makes you. The character defines the success, defines the fame, and it starts right there. Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in the 5 a.m. runs, and it's raining when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant.
So social conditioning will pump it on you that the reason that you're unhappy is because you don't have certain stimulation, right? But actually, you'll never get satisfaction from that. That's been my experience. That's been a lot of people's experiences. This isn't unique to me. In fact, people that have had a lot more than me, but I've had a lot, but there's people that had way the fuck more. And it's not gonna give you what you want in life, right? The reason why people are depressed is because you cannot get enough of what you don't want, okay? You cannot, it's like if you take a society and you tell them, look, this will make you happy, this will make you happy, then no matter how much of it they get, they're not going to be happy because they don't want it. Real happiness in life, in my opinion, comes from being the person that you want to be, all right? My real experience is that any like happiness that I've experienced in my life, and I've experienced a lot of bullshit and I've experienced a lot of happiness, whatever like happiness I've found in my life, I found it from being the person that I want to be. The average person, if you present them with some behavior that is outside of their autopilot day-to-day behavior, for more than maybe half an hour, will be completely and utterly overwhelmed by it and exhausted. Because 99% of our thoughts and behavior from day to day are almost identical. It's kind of crazy. This is why changing a habit is almost impossible. Most people would rather die than change a habit. They can't do it. Happiness comes from just being able to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm a fucking good dude. Like I've done some good shit here. This is solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being the person I want to be. Maybe I'm not the perfect person. I'm definitely not the perfect person, but you know, I'm moving in that direction. I'm being the person that I want to be. All right, that's where I think happiness comes from. If you don't have the independent will to make yourself go out and do it, it doesn't mean shit, right? You can have a really cool awakening. You can wake up in this exact moment and say, oh my God, I've been living like a fucking idiot. Holy shit. And you can be aware of that now, but then you go home and, you know, what's on TV? And again, having some greater reason or purpose for why you're doing something, I think is very, very much critical if you want to be able to maintain your motivation in anything, all right? Your willpower to do anything.
You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no, we working out now. No more alcohol, not right now. You need to tell you that you owe you something. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. If you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Winners win and losers lose.
Stop living like you have 1,000 years to live. When I say that you have greatness within you, this is no slogan. This is what I know. You can do more than you are now doing. Most people, only 1% are willing to do the work. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, if neither cold poverty, famine, or cold, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, you'll get it. See, we can't control the thoughts that come in our minds, but we can control the thoughts that we dwell on. This is my time. I own my life. I had to start thinking I have the ability to do this. And I had the mindset that I'm unstoppable. There is something in you that can transcend your circumstances, that can transcend the no's and rejections, that can transcend anything that you're going through. And so what we have to do is every day distract ourselves from the negative thoughts that's in our mind. I'm going to control my own destiny. I'm going to determine what I want to do, what I want out of life. And I'm willing to do what's required to make it become a reality. We've got to be hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry are disciplined. People that are hungry are focused. People that are hungry are relentless. Most people just trying to survive. Most people, when they die, they leave liabilities rather than build a legacy.
4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up. 4:30, 4:45. Painful and fun.
We have so many rules in life about everything. The only way that I ever got any place was by breaking some of the rules. It is impossible to be a maverick or a true original if you're too well behaved and don't want to break the rules. You have to think outside the box.
How much time do you have left? When you start thinking about that, we don't know. And we want to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to start living life with a sense of urgency and using what we've got. Using ourselves up. Sharing what we brought into the universe to share. Because if we don't, nobody else will. Live your life with passion, with some drive. There's greatness in you. If we begin to live our lives as if each day were our last, our lives will take on a whole new meaning, a whole new expression, valuing each moment that we are blessed with.
Everybody wants to prize, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want.
never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. Your expectations never supposed to exceed your effort. A lot of people, they wish, and they're not willing to work. Life is going to hit you with a certain level of opposition, and it's going to test your will and it's going to test your heart. And life is going to say to you, you said you wanted it, now let's see how bad you really want it.
It takes guts to believe. And if you think something's going to do it for you without you putting your guts on the line, you might as well forget it right now. You're so scared of failing, you don't even want to get your hopes up. And if you don't get your hopes up, you might say, well, what if they get their hopes up and somebody gets disappointed? How many disappointments have we experienced in our business careers and in our lives? The difference is some people take disappointment and let it destroy them. Other people take disappointment and let it drive them. And you get to choose. Are you going to turn this thing into why it didn't work and a bunch of stories and excuses? Or are you going to take this thing that didn't work and figure out what are you going to do to make it work? And it may not happen the first time, the second time, the third time, but the people that are relentless find the way. What I hope is people watching this stuff, maybe something in here will piss them off enough or remind them of something or say there is a plan and it isn't just luck. And if I just get my big enough why and I keep learning and keep moving forward, I will get there.
Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. So I told you, second quarter living. We're not talking no more. Second quarter living is about application, all right? It's about taking it to the next level. It's not about talking, it's about doing.
You may have been born with more genetic prowess than I have, but you cannot out-determine me. You can't out-will me. You can't out-want me. You can't outwork me. You can't out-desire me.
With every great thing in life, there is going to be sacrifice. With every great thing in life, there is going to be work. And with every great thing in life, there is going to be time. You're going to have to make difficult decisions. You're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to be patient. But if you can combine those three things, that's what makes great things happen. That's what builds epic lives and builds ultimate realizations of potential. but you're never going to be able to do it if you keep kicking the shit down the road. Make this year the year that you commit to yourself that you're going to make progress. All it takes is some discipline and some hard-nosed dedication, some hard-nosed commitment. If you can commit to winning every fucking day this year, your life will be drastically different this time next year.
Life will knock you between the eyes. It will catch you on the blind side, come out of nowhere, stuff you can't anticipate. That will knock the wind out of you. You want to give up. But in the face of that, you want to be relentless. You've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out. I don't care how many no's I encounter. You've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. You must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. You've got to decide, I deserve this, and I'm going to have it. You've got to say yes to your life. You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. Yes, I can make it. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. Yes. Yes. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. Yes. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming. Yes.
You're going to do whatever it takes. Do you hear me? You're going to go your own way. You're going to do what they won't do. You're going to be smart, and you are going to win.
If you want to find peace with yourself, self-esteem, all of these things are going to be found only through sacrifice, getting uncomfortable, and putting yourself in situations that you don't want to do. How badly do you want to change your life, and what are you willing to endure to craft that life that you aspire to have, or do you just want to talk about it?
You have to go beyond writing your vision to executing your vision. You done had the idea, but you have not worked it. But this is the year I need you to start working the plan, working the vision, executing your call, executing the idea, executing the dream, executing what it is that you have imagined. I need you to declare it out loud. I've got to make this work.
Some days, of course, I'll get tired. Some days I will get beat up. Some days I will get knocked down, and I will have some bad days. But I will not stop. This isn't punch the clock and go home for the day. Here, there's no such thing as a weekend. This is an everyday gig. Every day is a Monday. And you might not like that. Me? I love it. To me, every day is a beginning. A new day, a new week, a new shot at life. An opportunity to come out of the gate like a man possessed and attack the day without mercy. Today, I'm putting the pressure on. I am the aggressor. I am on the attack.
What does the $500,000 a year person do the $50,000 a year person doesn't do? He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He bleeds and a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in business, you got to be tough and you can't quit. Somebody's going to win, you or him. And the person that wins is going to want it the most. This business is nothing but an attitude business. It's your attitude about you. It's your attitude about life. If you go out there this week and you just think you're supposed to be somebody, you're going to do something big, and you go out there and you work hard and you prepare well and you get up mentally
and you go out there and you leave it all on the field, and you just have a feeling that, dadgummit, this is our time, we gonna do it, you got a chance to win. Life gives you what you'll fight for. Life don't give you what you want. Life don't give you what you'd love to have. Everybody would love to be successful, right? Everybody wants success. They want financial independence. Life gives you what you will excel. If you want to win, you got to show up and demand for yourself success and fulfillment and happiness. I believe desire and determination is everything. It ain't talent, it ain't brains, it ain't education, it's desire and determination. You've got to have a will to win. You've got to have a hunger to be somebody. This is your life. This is your legacy. This is who you are. You're writing your history right now.
We got to get to work, man. We got to get to work because we live in a day and a time where we have every fucking opportunity to be our best self.
Enough may not be enough. 50 cars might not be enough. 120 might not be enough. I don't know. I'm just telling you that sometimes enough is not enough. And so what do you have to do? You got to dig deep and find more. It takes energy and it takes effort. That's all you need to do to be successful. You need to put more energy into what you're doing than anybody else. So you getting up at 4 and it ain't working. Get up at 3:30. So you read the book once and then you didn't get it. Read it twice. Read it 3 times. I don't care what happened yesterday when you got up. If your dream ain't a reality, don't give up, don't give in. I just want you to go a little harder, put forth a little bit more energy, give me a little bit more effort, but don't give up and don't give in. There's gonna be some struggles. Are you hearing me? Without struggle, there is no progress. But I'm telling you, you can do it, you can make it happen.
Some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. You are the one. No one can do it for you but you. And even though you will experience some setbacks, it goes with the territory. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. What if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. Life will yield to you.
Greatness is not born. It's made.
Where have you been? Why are you here? And where are you going? You look at your life, you look at what you produce. Is it giving you what you want? Are you living on purpose? Are you living your dream? Are you acting on your ideas? Are you doing all you can do? Have you gotten comfortable? Are you procrastinating? Are you evading your own greatness? Are you surrounding yourself with people that can nourish you? Are you challenging yourself? Are you experimenting? Are you learning something different? Is your life an adventure or is it boring? Where have you been? Why are you here? What brought you here? And where are you going? What is it that you can get out of this lecture? That when you leave here, that you got some idea, some dream, that you might have to go back and brush it off and look at it again and say, I've got to do this. This is my stuff. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I showed up. Where are you going with your life?